Okay, hey, once again. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos. Even though it's still really low, I just want to thank everybody for watching my videos because, like I said before, even if 4 people watch my shit, I'd be happy like a mug. But let's get to the purpose or the meat of this video. Facebook. Y'all still not doing it right. Okay, Facebook is supposed to be this fun place where we go and we socialize with one another. We're creative together, and pretty much you just repost a lot of shit you've seen somewhere else on the internet. It's just a place to where to dump a whole bunch of stuff. But the problem is a lot of y'all are dumping things that need not ever make it on Facebook, much less the internet, period. So I'm going to go over a few things that I wish that y'all would understand that Facebook is not. All right. Facebook is not the place to break up with someone. I understand that some of y'all don't have the balls to go to a person face to face and say, you know what, I don't want to be with you anymore. It's a done deal. Instead, y'all come on Facebook and y'all do this shit. And then we have to watch all the shit that falls out behind it. Now, this is entertaining like a motherfucker on the other end, you know, because we're watching this shit. But it is still not the place to do that. Facebook is not. What Facebook is not? Facebook is not a place to present your paternity test results. We have Maury for that shit. You can really vent. You can let a even bigger audience see that shit. But we really need you to stop posting your your paternity test results because personally, we don't give a fuck. Because even after you post the results, don't mean the man gonna do right. So stop embarrassing your kids. So when they get old enough to know, you got kids, you know, that have, you know, they text a lot and they send stuff, and you don't need your kids, you know, in school getting talked about because you posted that they daddy is their daddy on Facebook. Okay. What Facebook is not? Facebook is not where you put out a hit on somebody. Whether it is to get them jumped, get them beat up, get them shot, get them stabbed, get them killed. That is not the place. The feds are watching. Yes. They are toting your ass to jail from Facebook. So while you think it's cute to post on there that you beat Shaniqua's ass in her front yard, you pretty much just signed your warrant, you know, because they do have video in court. What Facebook is not? Facebook is not the place to give us every single fucking detail of what your husband or your man or your girl, well, guys don't do it that much, but your girlfriend is doing. We don't need to know that your husband sat up today in bed. We don't need to know that you and your husband, every little fucking shit you and your man done did. We don't give a fuck. We don't need that on our timeline, and 9 times out of 10, you're the only person that cares. So we suggest that you get a more interesting life that is more tailored around what you do out in the world as opposed to just what you do with you and your man. Because when we look on your man's page, he don't say shit about your ass. Okay, what Facebook is not? Facebook is not the place to argue about shit. You know, Facebook is a fun place to come on there and just talk noise and have a good time and socialize. But coming on there arguing with somebody, like really caps on, you really throwing some hard words and you're doing this. Boo boo, I don't know what you think you with your typing words. No, it's not going over. You need Jesus. Nobody's scared. And I think that kind of leads to y'all showing up at people's houses. What Facebook is not? Facebook is not the place to find love. Even though I'm sure some people have. It's probably safe to say that getting on Facebook and consciously going to everybody on your feet. Well, let me use this for example. You males, when y'all go out and y'all try to add as many cute females on your friends lists, and then you try to send a message to each and every one of them motherfuckers talking about you want to holler, that is not what Facebook. No, I understand you trying to do the cheap way because you don't want to pay for the dating sites, but when it all comes down to it, stop. You look like a stalker. What Facebook is not? Facebook is not the place to run to soon as you get a man and talk about it on there and let other people downgrade that shit to irrelevant, and then you turn around and you get mad, and then when you break up, you come back on there and then you want to explain, all the hoes is hating, all y'all bitches is hating, when in true actuality we didn't even care. We was just fucking with your ass. Okay, what Facebook is not. Facebook is not the place to debut all your bullshit. It seems like every time you have a problem, you bring it to Facebook. And I understand that you just trying to find a place to vent or whatever. But learn how to vent offline. There's nothing wrong with venting offline. There's nothing wrong with turning the computer off and going sipping a little liquor. Or maybe even going bowling, go play some pool, go shopping, do a little, retail therapy. It's nothing wrong with getting offline and handling your business, because a lot of times the reason why a lot of y'all are going through the problems you're going through is because you never logged the fuck off. You don't go chase them bitches and say, listen, I'm gonna handle your ass and get you solved. Y'all are on Facebook complaining about the shit all day long. You know what I'm saying? If it's been hard finding a job and all you've been doing is sitting online all day posting puppies and cats and shit, that's why. Get offline. There's nothing wrong with it. Facebook is not a place to come and argue with people. And I know I went over this before, but I'm going to go over this again. This is not the place to go on somebody else's page who ain't even said nothing to your ass and go in there and go in on their post. I be saying that shit sometimes. As soon as you don't agree with something, y'all start a fake fight with somebody else just so you can draw attention to yourself. Stop doing that shit. It don't make no sense. And I like when sometimes people just see that shit for what it is and just block your ass. And one other tip about Facebook before I go. If you don't like something on Facebook or you don't like someone on Facebook, just delete their ass. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit up there and say, make a big extravagant post about all the issues and problems that you're having with a certain person that's on your friends list. Just delete their ass and do whatever. And another thing. If you're gonna leave Facebook, just leave. Don't write no long ass dissertation about I'm so sick of Facebook and all the bullshit that goes on and I'm finna delete my page if such and such. You gonna be bad. Shut the fuck up.